It looks like some rainy weather heading this way for the next couple of days.
Show me 100. President Obama spent his historic 100th day in the nation's top office in Missouri.
I just want him back. I want him to come home, Kenny.
It was gripping, riveting a story last summer. Tonight we investigate how a Moberly man lost his life after police tased him. Now we ask who's responsible. KOMU 8 News at 6 starts now.
From Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News at 6.
The Ellis Fischel Cancer Center's loss is a short one. Funding is restored. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jem Reek.
And I'm Angie Bailey. Thanks for joining us. Call it political stunts, maneuvering, whatever you want. It's crunch time at the state capitol. Today, just 2 days after lawmakers cut all funding for the Ellis Fischel Cancer Center, they put it all back in and in 2 other places as well, just to make sure the center gets the money it needs. KOMU 8's Erica Navarrete joins us live in Jefferson City. Erica, why all this flip-flopping all of a sudden?
Jim and Angie, Monday's budget committee meeting was full of disputes. The funds for the Ellis Fischel project were cut after several representatives left the room. Columbia Representative Stephen Weber told me today that those who made the cut were playing political games.
There were some efforts to take things out on me. I think it was pretty clear that taking out Ellis Fischel really didn't hurt me, it hurt the people of Missouri. And I think as the week went on, people on both sides of the aisle realized that, and they realized how important it is to the state and to Central Missouri in particular to have a new cancer hospital. And it looks like right now we're going to be able to get that done. So I think we managed to overcome those sort of partisan divides.
The original Ellis Fischel facility was built back in 1938. Weber said they're trying to get funding for the future facility 2 different ways. The first is through this budget bill, and the second is through an $800 million bond plan, which was approved in the Senate committee today. The bond would finance construction and maintenance of state buildings and public university projects. Weber says they're trying to tack on Ellis Fischel onto as many bills as possible in order to increase its chances of passing. Now, if the bond and the bill were to pass, then the funds for the Ellis Fischel project would come out of the budget, and the bond money would go towards some other university project. This evening, the House is perfecting the budget bill before sending it off to the Senate, and the bond plan is already on its way to the Senate floor. Also, aside from all this, Governor Jay Nixon is holding a press conference right now concerning swine flu and a possible case in Missouri. We'll have much more on that story coming up at 10 o'clock. Reporting live in Jefferson City, I'm Erica Navarrete, KOMU 8 News.
Lots happening there. Thanks a lot, Erica. Well, the $800 million bond plan is also slated to fund many of the construction projects Governor Nixon stopped back in January due to budget concerns. 4 projects on the University of Missouri campus could benefit from that bond if lawmakers approve it.
Former Virginia Tech student spoke out today against a Missouri bill that would allow students to carry concealed weapons on campus. Colin Goddard survived 4 gunshots during the Virginia Tech shooting in 2007. He says allowing guns on campuses will not prevent what happened to him 2 years ago.
I've been told by the police at Virginia Tech that anyone that they saw that morning, they would have shot on sight if they had a gun. Instead of working to put more guns into the classroom that day, I would work towards removing the 2 and preventing the 2 that were there.
I support conceal and carry on campus simply for the fact that I believe it allows students and individuals the right to protect themselves. I believe it's a right we all have, and I don't believe that a few university presidents should have the right or the ability to take that right away from me.
Goddard told students and lawmakers changes in mental health care, school policies, and security systems are better ways to fight gun violence.
Just 6 months after losing the Show Me State in the election, President Obama marked his 100th day in office with a speech near St. Louis. KOMU 8's Brooke Hash attended the town hall meeting where the president answered questions from the audience.
We just talked to an auto worker over here.
Hundreds of students and community members packed the stands awaiting President Obama's arrival.
Fox High School in Arnold has been a bit of a magnet for the top politicians, at least the Democrats' top men. The school's had visitors from Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, and Al Gore, too.
Brooke, thank you very much. A little bit of drizzle out there this afternoon, Dave.
A little bit of a brief rain shower. There's probably a lot more on the way as we take a look at live Doppler 8 First Alert radar tonight.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Depositions just obtained by KOMU 8 News show a number of discrepancies in the case of a fatal Moberly police tasing.
Stanley Harlan died shortly after Moberly police tasered him around midnight on August 28th of last year. KOMU 8's Nick Berardini was there in the early morning hours after the incident. He's been tracking the story ever since, and Nick, you have some new developments in the case, right?
Yeah, that's correct, Jim. Angie, we've been able to obtain the State Highway Patrol investigation into the incident. We've also been able to obtain the video pertaining to the incident from the State Highway Patrol and 2 depositions from 2 of the officers named in Harlan's civil case. We've also learned that although the criminal investigation was said to be closed, there still may be charges brought against some or all of the officers involved. We must warn you that some of the footage you are about to see is disturbing.
I just want him back. I want him to come home, Kenny.
With the possibility of new evidence from more depositions, there still might be an inquest, which could provide new evidence that might make the officers criminally liable. Moberly Police will not comment because of continuing litigation. And Jim, Angie, there's no word on when the civil trial will begin, even though the depositions have started. But later tonight on KOMU 8 News at 10, we're going to look into the medical responses of both the officers and the EMTs involved in the situation.
Okay, nice reporting, Nick. Thanks.
Now, if you want to comment or question the way we cover the news, be sure to visit our website and the address on your screen. You can now call us with your view as well. Dial 573-884-NEWS and ask for the Your View comment line. We'll put some of those comments on the air Friday on KOMU 8 News at 6 in our Your View segment. Well, there is a fight brewing in Callaway County.
Sure is, between the county commission and the various fire departments. That's later in tonight's coverage from Callaway.
And probably not what you wanted to hear, but a pretty soggy weather pattern moving into central Missouri for the next day or so. Forecast is next on KOMU 8 News at 6.
Now, your live Doppler 8 First Alert weather.
And there you get a look at our First Alert weather cam, a wide shot of Columbia where skies are cloudy and there might even be a little bit of light rain going on. And here's the rest of our live Doppler 8 First Alert 8-day forecast. Temperatures about where they should be, and it looks like we'll have plenty of clouds, but maybe no rain. That's the way it looks weather-wise. Our time is 6:16. We'll be back with more KOMU 8 News at 6 right after these words.
There's a controversy smoldering in Callaway County.
5 fire protection districts are battling the Callaway County Commission. In tonight's coverage from Callaway, KOMU 8's Megan Murphy takes us inside the fight that's kindled a lawsuit. New Bloomfield is the 6th fire protection district in the county. It is not involved in the lawsuit. This just in, there is a confirmed case of swine flu in Missouri. We will have a live report from the Capitol in Jefferson City next.
You already knew the swine flu was spreading now, or some suspect it's spreading in Missouri.
Governor Nixon just held a press conference at the Capitol to talk about the first suspected case of swine flu in Missouri. Let's join KOMU 8's Erica Navarrete at the Capitol with the details. Erica?
Jim and Angie, the governor's office just announced a suspected case of swine flu in Missouri. It would be the first case in Missouri if confirmed. The governor's office has not released many details, but have said that the patient is in Platte County near Kansas City, not in mid-Missouri. Health officials want the patient to stay at home for at least 7 days to ensure that the case is not contagious. We're going to have more on this story at 10 o'clock, so stay tuned. I'm Erica Navarrete, live in Jefferson City. Back to you.
Okay, Erica, thank you very much for that live report.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.